destination for sports, the best place you can get all your exclusive sports news around the world. After a long term away injury, one of the finest players in the English Premier League in the world, Cole Palmer, returns from injury to face the Gunners in the English Premier League on match day 13, 2025-2026 season at the Stamford Bridge. Who is the best striker in the world at the moment? Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, and then Haaland, the Norwegian international, the French international, the England international. Which of these three top strikers is the best in the world? When you are doing it in the UEFA Champions League, you have to do it in the Spanish La Liga, you have to do it in the German Bundesliga, you have to do it in the English Premier League. Which one of them is the best you can ever think of? In the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid will be facing Girona. And in the Spanish La Liga, FC Barcelona will also be facing Atletico Madrid, who defeated Real Madrid by 5 goals to 2. How is the weekend going to be in the Spanish La Liga? How is the weekend going to be in the English Premier League? Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. FC Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid versus Girona. Which team is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Who will go top of the English Premier League? Will it still be Arsenal? They will still be leading Chelsea with 3 maximum points. If they lose, then Chelsea will also be going up with 3 points, and they will be 3 points behind Arsenal if they win. But if Arsenal wins, they go top of the English Premier League table again and again and again with 9 points behind Chelsea. Which club is going to win over the weekend? In the Spanish La Liga, in the French Ligue 1, in the German Bundesliga, in the English Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the Italian Serie A? Which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Which club are you going in for? Which club do you support? Who do you think has 99.9% chance of making it top of the Spanish La Liga, top of the English Premier League, top of the German Bundesliga, top of the Italian Serie A? Which club do you think has 99.9% chance of making it at the top? This is weekend football. The English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, the Italian Serie A, the German Bundesliga. Which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Which club will smile? Which club will make you smile at the end of the 90 minutes? Which club is going to make it top of the English Premier League table? Which club is going to make it top of the German Bundesliga? Which club is going to make it top of the Spanish La Liga? Is it going to be Real Madrid? Is it going to be FC Barcelona? In the Italian Serie A, is it going to be Inter? Is it going to be Napoli? Is it going to be AC Milan? Is it going to be Roma? Which club goes top of the Spanish La Liga? Which club goes top of the English Premier League 2025-2026 season? Cole Palmer, one of the finest players, one of the finest great players in the English Premier League, returns from injury to face the Gunners on match day 13 in the English Premier League. Arsenal has won 84 matches against Chelsea. Chelsea has won 66 matches against Arsenal. 61 of those matches ends up in a draw. FC Barcelona faces Atletico Madrid in the Spanish La Liga. Barca has always been the arrowhead, the best when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. They've always tamed Atletico Madrid. But over the weekend, is Barca going to win? Or is Atletico Madrid going to win? Atletico Madrid hasn't been games between Atletico Madrid and FC Barcelona doesn't really come easily. Both clubs always tries their possible best to pick the 3 maximum points at stake. The 3 maximum points at stake in the Spanish La Liga. We are going to witness it this weekend. There's English Premier League. We are going to witness another wholesome performance between the Gunners and between the Blues. In the English Premier League, Arsenal is first. In the English Premier League, Chelsea is second. In the Spanish La Liga, Barca is second. Real Madrid is first, facing Atletico Madrid in the Spanish La Liga. Which team is going to pick the 3 maximum points? The most serious moment in the Spanish La Liga, if Real Madrid drop points, Barca goes top of the Spanish La Liga table. If Barca drop points, Real Madrid now saves their shame in the Spanish La Liga with 4 points behind Chelsea, behind Barca. If Barca wins, they go 2 points behind Real Madrid. If Arsenal wins, they go 9 points behind Chelsea. If Chelsea wins, they go 3 points behind Arsenal. Which club is going to win? In the German Bundesliga, FC Bayern has been the best. They've not lost a single game in the German Bundesliga. They've won all their matches and they've drawn one. In the German Bundesliga, Bayer 04 Leverkusen have been spectacular. In the UEFA Champions League, they've been spectacular. In the German Bundesliga, they defeated Manchester City by 2-0. Do you think Bayer 04 Leverkusen is back to their best after Xavi Alonso left? Are they back to their best after Erik ten Hag was sacked? How is the season fever going to be in the German Bundesliga? How is the fever going to be in the Spanish La Liga, in the Italian Serie A, in the French League and in the English Premier League? Do you agree that Cole Palmer's return is going to put fear into the faces of the Arsenal fans? Gabriel Magalhaes injury, how is it going to affect Arsenal against the Blues at the Stamford Bridge? Arsenal has players that can turn things around any day, anytime, but facing the Blues is a different ball game altogether. The 3 maximum points are stake between Arsenal and Chelsea. Which club is going to pick it? We support Arsenal. Someone supports Chelsea. Chelsea had the bragging rights against FC Barcelona. Arsenal had the bragging rights against FC Bayern. 2 top best clubs. These 2 clubs won it. Barca lost in the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid won. So over the weekend in the Spanish La Liga, which club picks the 3 maximum points? Against Atletico Madrid, it won't come easily. Against Atletico Madrid, it won't come easily. Can Barca pick the 3 points? Or can Real Madrid pick the 3 points and go top of the Spanish La Liga table with 4 points? Or can Barca pick the 3 maximum points and still be behind Real Madrid with 1 point? Will Real Madrid be chasing shadows over the weekend against Girona? And can Kylian Mbappe score once again over the weekend against Girona? And can Barca pick the 3 maximum points against Atletico Madrid? Which club is going to win over the weekend? I'm fine. My brother from another mother, an Indian. So good. Thank you. He's one of the best friends I have. Whenever he comes around, he always wants to show me that love and support. Thank you so much, India. Well, great people, great family, great people. You can always get closer to our Indians. They will show you love, they will show you support, they will show you care. And they will always let everyone know you are their friend, you are their close friend, you are everything. It means a lot to them. Who wins this weekend? Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Arsenal travels all the way from the Emirates Sports Stadium to face the Blues at the Stamford Bridge. the fortress ground for any team that joins and play against the Blues. It's a fortress ground. When you go there, you don't walk away with a single point. Can Arsenal pick a point at the Stamford Bridge? Or can Chelsea pick the 3 maximum points against Arsenal and make it 67 wins in the English Premier League? And in the Spanish La Liga, can FC Barcelona win again against Atletico Madrid at the Spotify Camp Nou? Atletico Madrid has been one of the best clubs when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. Barcelona has been one of the best clubs when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. But at the moment, which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Is it Atletico Madrid or is it FC Barcelona? Madrid is going to give Barca a hell of a time when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. This is another classic moment. This is another great moment. This is one of the biggest matches in the Spanish La Liga. Atletico Madrid last season made it impossible for FC Barcelona. Can they repeat it once again? Can Atletico Madrid repeat it once again? How is the weekend going to be when it comes to the Spanish La Liga? How is the weekend going to be when it comes to the English Premier League? How is the weekend going to be when it comes to the Italian Serie A? And how is the weekend going to be when it comes to the French League A? How is the weekend going to be when it comes to the German Bundesliga? Which club do you support? Are we going to see surprises or are we going to see sadness this weekend? If you are a Manchester United fan, pray for Manchester United. If you are a Chelsea fan, pray for Chelsea. If you are an Arsenal fan, pray for Arsenal. And if you are a Barcelona fan, pray for Barcelona. Losing against Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League and meeting one of the toughest opponents in the Spanish La Liga. How is it going to be? Real Madrid versus Girona, Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Who picks the 3 maximum points at stake? Barca or Atletico Madrid? Arsenal or Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge? Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Harry Kane. Which one of them is the best striker in the world? Do you agree or you don't agree? Between Kylian Mbappe, between Haaland, and between Harry Kane. These are the 3 top best strikers in the world. These are the strikers dominating the Spanish La Liga, German Bundesliga, and the English Premier League. These are the best. These are the finest. These are one of the greatest players when it comes to striking. These are the ones you can mention their names. These are the ones topping the chart when it comes to the German Bundesliga, when it comes to the English Premier League, and when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. In the English Premier League, we have Haaland. In the Spanish La Liga, we have Mbappe. In the German Bundesliga, we have Harry Kane. The top 5 leagues in the world. These are the players. And after the UEFA Champions League, FIFA named 5 best players. They named team of the week. The 5 best. Serhou Guirassy is in there. Kylian Mbappe is the first. Vitinha is the second. Serhou Guirassy is also in there. Kylian Mbappe has always been the best striker when it comes to the world, but there is always Haaland in there. There is always Harry Kane in there. But over the weekend, which one of them is going to score? Can Mbappe score once again after scoring 4 goals during the UEFA Champions League? Can Harry Kane score without scoring in the UEFA Champions League? And can Haaland score without scoring in the UEFA Champions League? Who makes it top over the weekend? Which of the strikers is going to score? Mbappe, Haaland, Harry Kane. Which one of them is going to score? Do you agree or you disagree that these are the top best strikers in the world? Haaland, Mbappe, and Harry Kane. Norway, England, and France. These are the top strikers in the world. We are going to see all of them when it comes to the UEFA Champions League once again next week. We are going to see all of them at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Which one will stage a claim and right the wrongs and claim a stage for himself? Which one of them is going to write history at the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Which one of these three top strikers is going to once again win the Golden Boot in 2026? Is it going to be Mbappe? Is it going to be Harry Kane? Is it going to be Haaland? These are the three top best strikers you can always find in the world of football. Harry Kane has always been the best. Haaland has always been the best, and Mbappe has also always been the best. They've written history. They've made names. They've claimed the legacy for themselves across the length and breadth of Europe. One wins the Golden Boot in the English Premier League. One wins the Golden Boot in the Spanish La Liga. One wins the Golden Boot in the German Bundesliga. How are we going to see this weekend? Are these three top strikers going to score over this weekend? Mbappe, Haaland, Harry Kane. And what do you think about Cole Palmer's return from injury to face the Gunners? One of the best playmakers, one of the best assist kings in the world, one of the best players that always turn things around for Chelsea. He's back from injury. And what are the players you think can stage a claim for themselves in one of the best moments in the Spanish La Liga, one of the best moments in the English Premier League? There is always going to be Bukayo Saka. There is always going to be Eberechi Eze. And there is always going to be Julian Timber. And there is always going to be Gabriel Martinelli. There is always going to be William Estival. There is always going to be Enzo Fernandez. There is always going to be a lot of players. When it comes to Chelsea, there is always going to be Cole Palmer, who has always written his name each time Chelsea plays by returning back from injury. Is he going to be paired with William Estival? Is he going to be paired with William Estival? Noni Madueke will also be facing his former club, the Blues, in the English Premier League match day 13. Which club is going to secure the 3 maximum points this weekend? Chelsea versus Arsenal in the English Premier League match day 13. Which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points? And Cole Palmer returning from injury, is he going to help Chelsea or is it going to affect Chelsea? The clubs with the loudest voice when it comes to the supporting base, it has always been Arsenal, it has always been Chelsea. When Chelsea won against FC Barcelona, there were smiles, there were happiness, there were joy all over the streets from Africa, from Europe. Because most teams, most supporting fans doesn't like Barca. Now the two clubs are going to meet in the English Premier League. Which club is going to have the loudest voice? Which fan base is going to have the loudest voice in the English Premier League? Is it going to be the fan base of Arsenal? Or is it going to be the fan base of Chelsea in the English Premier League 2025-2026 season? What are the best moments you are going to witness? What are the greatest moments you are going to witness? Is it going to be the best or is it going to be the worst? How is the season going to be in the English Premier League? How are you going to witness one of the best moments in the English Premier League? Cole Palmer returns. The English Premier League, Haaland returns after losing to Bayer 04 Leverkusen. Can they win this weekend? And in the Spanish La Liga, after Kylian Mbappe scoring 4 goals, can he return it again in the Spanish La Liga? And in the German Bundesliga, after Harry Kane couldn't score, can he score in the German Bundesliga? Which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Which club is going to lose over the weekend? Are we going to smile or are we going to cry? If Arsenal loses, 3 points behind Chelsea. If Chelsea loses, 9 points behind Arsenal, which club picks the 3 maximum points? Is Chelsea going to win or is Arsenal going to win? Which club do you support? This weekend, the football fever is here with all of us in the top 5 European leagues, the English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, the Italian Serie A, the French Ligue 1, and the German Bundesliga. Which club do you support? Which club do you think over the weekend is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake? Is it going to be the moment for Arsenal? Is it going to be the moment for Chelsea? Is it going to be the moment for FC Barcelona? Or is it going to be the moment for Real Madrid? The season is not over yet. But who wins the 2025-2026 top 5 European leagues? In the English Premier League, in the German Bundesliga, in the French Ligue 1, in the Italian Serie A, and in the Spanish La Liga. Which club is going to win this season? Real Madrid is doing its best. Xabi Alonso, one of the best assists in the UEFA Champions League was the assist from Vinicius Junior to Kylian Mbappe. One of the best, and it has been named as the best assist in the UEFA Champions League. How is the weekend going to be in the Spanish La Liga? Real Madrid versus Girona. In the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid versus Girona, Barca versus Atletico Madrid. Who wins? Barca won against Athletic Club, and now they are going to face another Athletic. It's going to be Atletico Madrid. Is Barca going to win, or the game will end up in a draw at the Spotify Camp Nou? Can Barca pick the 3 maximum points against Atletico, or the game is going to end up in a draw? What's your prediction? Is Barca going to win by 4-0, or is Barca going to win by 2-1? I'll take it as over 2.5 because Barca will score, Atletico Madrid will score. Who is going to pick the 3 maximum points in the Spanish La Liga? Real Madrid is in there. He will be playing. FC Barcelona is in there. They will also be playing. Is Barca going to win, or is Real Madrid going to win? Who wins to pick the 3 maximum points? Who 10 things around in the Spanish La Liga? Which club 10 things around in the Spanish La Liga, in the German Bundesliga, in the French League, in the Italian Serie A, and in the English Premier League? How is the season fever going to be? Have you missed Cole Palmer when he scores and he does this? Have you missed Cole Palmer when he scores and he does this? Have you missed Kylian Mbappe when he scores and he does this? And have you missed Haaland when he scores and he does this? Have you missed Harry Kane when he scores and he celebrates? How are you going to see the weekend? Arsenal will be facing Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid in the Spanish La Liga. Real Madrid versus Girona. These games won't come easily. In the Italian Serie A, there will be games. In the French Ligue 1, there will be games. Paul Pogba returns after several years on the sidelines, after several years of being banned and the ban being lifted. Paul Pogba returned for AS Monaco, and he will now be starting games upon games upon games upon games. Despite Monaco losing, Pogba made a claim that he is one of the best midfielders when it comes to football. His name is not over. His name has been written, and it will forever be written. He will have the chance of playing in the FIFA World Cup 2026 for the French national team. Do you wish Pogba to be at the FIFA World Cup 2026. His inclusion made France won the World Cup. Should he be included into the French national team at the FIFA World Cup 2026? Everyone was happy when they heard Pogba has returned. Do you share the same sentiment that he is one of the best midfielders? Luck hasn't been on his side. Luck in football hasn't been on his side. But there is always one great moment when that iconic passes is always given. And in the English Premier League, this weekend, how is it going to be? 84 wins for the Gunners, 66 wins for Chelsea, and 61 draw. Who wins? Cole Palmer's return from injury. How is the game going to be between Arsenal and then Chelsea? When you hear of Cole Palmer's name in the English Premier League, when you are going to face Chelsea, you always have goosebumps on your face. Now you are going to meet Cole Palmer, who is back from injury. How is the game going to go? Who is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake? Is it going to be a season for Chelsea, the Blues? Is it going to be a season for the Gunners, Arsenal? Which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points and which club is going to drop the points? Let me know in the comment section how the weekend is going to be when it comes to the English Premier League. How is the weekend going to be when it comes to the Spanish La Liga? How is the weekend going to be when it comes to the German Bundesliga? When it comes to the French Ligue 1? How is the weekend going to be in the Italian Serie A, in the German Bundesliga? But the best moment in the English Premier League is Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Arsenal traveling all the way from the Emirates to the Stamford Bridge to meet Chelsea. And they are going to witness one of the best moments. Cole Palmer returns. Arsenal has a lot of injury situations, but they have players to replace those loopholes. Arsenal has one of the finest players in the English Premier League. They have the best squad when it comes to the English Premier League. Are we going to see another great moment like what we witnessed in the UEFA Champions League? Are we going to witness the best moment in the English Premier League, in the German Bundesliga, in the French League? When you join the live stream, please double tap on the screen and like the program. Which club is going to win over the weekend? Arsenal or Chelsea? Atletico Madrid or Barcelona? Real Madrid or Girona? Can Paris Saint-Germain win this weekend? Can AS Monaco win this weekend? Which club do you have your support on? Which team do you support? And what is your weekend going to be? The fever is here with all of us. The UEFA Champions League is over. Today is Saturday. And we are going to see the best moments when it comes to the English Premier League, the best moments when it comes to the Spanish La Liga, the best moments when it comes to the German Bundesliga, and the best moments when it comes to the Italian Serie A, and the finest moment when it comes to the French Ligue 1. Which club do you support when it comes to the Spanish La Liga, when it comes to the German Bundesliga, when it comes to the French Ligue 1, and when it comes to the English Premier League? Which club do you support? Which club do you have your 99.9% chance on of making it top of the Spanish La Liga, of making it top of the English Premier League? Which one do you think has 99.9% chance of making it way back to the top? And one of the finest players returns from injury. How is he going to be against the Gunners? Arsenal travels all the way to the Emirates Sports Stadium to face one of the best clubs in the world, the Blues, Chelsea, who has the loudest voice when it comes to the English Premier League, who has the loudest voice when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. Bubaleba, hey, hi, my brother from another mother. Bubaleba is saying Arsenal is going to win. Do you share the same sentiment with Bubaleba that Arsenal is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake. Arsenal has been the best club in the 2025-2026 season. They are the best club in the UEFA Champions League. They are the best club in the English Premier League. They've won 9 matches. They've lost 1. They've drawn 2. Chelsea have won 7 matches in the English Premier League. They've lost about 3 or 4 games, but they are still second in the English Premier League. But who is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Bubaleba is saying Arsenal will win. By how many goals, Bubaleba? How many goals do you think Arsenal is going to score against Chelsea? I always say, I can't predict, but it will always be over 1.5 because Arsenal will score. Chelsea will also score. If Arsenal decides to go toe-to-toe with Chelsea, it will be difficult for them. They can play all the football in the world, but Chelsea will pull strings of surprises at the Stamford Bridge. Arsenal doesn't have any favorite ground they win on. They've always won against clubs when it comes to the English Premier League. They've always won against clubs when it comes to the German Bundesliga. They've always won matches when it comes to the best moments in the English Premier League. In the German Bundesliga, it's always about FC Bayern. In the Spanish La Liga, it's always about Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. But when it comes to the English Premier League, it's always the best moment for the Gunners. They've been the best club across the length and breadth of Europe. They've been one of the finest clubs against the length and breadth of Europe. All the top 5 European leagues, Arsenal has always been the best. But the German Bundesliga champions, FC Bayern, they are unbeaten in the German Bundesliga. Arsenal has lost, Barca has lost in the Spanish La Liga, but in the English Premier League, Arsenal has also lost. The top European clubs, most of the top 5 European leagues, the big guns in the top 5 European leagues have all lost matches. Man City has lost, Liverpool has lost, Manchester United has lost, but Arsenal has also lost. Chelsea have also lost. But when you lose, that doesn't mean your league is over. There is always great moments. But what do you think about Cole Palmer's return? After a long-awaited injury, Cole Palmer now returns to start against the Blues, against the Gunners, the Red Army from the Emirates, the Red Army from North London, the rivalry between Arsenal and then Chelsea is always the best when it comes to the English Premier League. There's always going to be a loud voice between Arsenal and then Chelsea. But which of these two teams has 99.9% chance of picking the 3 maximum points? Is Cole Palmer going to score? Do you think Cole Palmer will start the game against Arsenal? He doesn't have a moment when it comes to injury. He is always the best. He always has that iconic moment, that touch to give an assist. He always has that touch to score goals. On any level ground, on any angle, Cole Palmer will always give you that goal. Cole Palmer will always give you that pass. Enzo Fernandez will all be there. And Bukayo Saka will also be there. Gabriel Martinelli will also be there. Jurrien Timber will be there. But which of these two teams do you support? Arsenal or Chelsea? All Chelsea fans will say they will pick the 3 maximum points because they won against FC Barcelona. All Arsenal fans will also say they are going to pick the 3 maximum points because they won against FC Bayern. But which club do you think Arsenal has the chance of winning? Do you think Chelsea also has the chance of winning? Mikel Arteta versus Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca is the only coach that has defeated all the top best coaches in the world. Can Mikel Arteta stop Enzo Maresca on match day 13 in the English Premier League? Who is going to stop who? Who is going to have the loudest voice this weekend? Is it going to be Arsenal or is it going to be Chelsea? Who will have the loudest voice this weekend in the English Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the German Bundesliga, in the French League 1, in the Italian Serie A? Who is going to have the loudest voice this weekend? Is it going to be a moment for Arsenal? Is it going to be a moment for Chelsea? Is it going to be a moment for FC Barcelona? And is it going to be a moment for Real Madrid? And is it going to be a moment for AS Monaco to see the return of Paul Pogba? Is it going to be Olympique Marseille, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scoring 2 goals in the UEFA Champions League? His name was named in the top 5 in the best team of the week in the UEFA Champions League. Can Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang do it for Olympique Marseille? Can we see the best moment for Mason Greenwood in the French League 1? How is the weekend going to be? The smiles, the happiness, the tears, and the hunger that comes with football, are we going to see it this weekend? Saturday football and Sunday football. Which club are you going to root in for? Which club has your favorite? Which club is your favorite? Which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points this weekend? Chelsea, Arsenal, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Girona. These 2 leagues, I'm picking only these 2 leagues. This weekend, how is the smiles going to be? If Barca loses and Real Madrid wins against Girona, Real Madrid goes top of the Spanish La Liga table and Barca will be behind with 4 points. But if Barca wins, Real Madrid wins, the point will still be 1. So who is going to win? Barca wouldn't like to lose. Barca wouldn't like to draw. Atletico Madrid have always given Barca a stiff opposition when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. Atletico Madrid have always been the difficult club against Barca. They've always done their best to pick 3 maximum points, always, anytime, against FC Barcelona. Are we going to see the same this weekend? Are you a Barca fan? Are you a Real Madrid fan? Will you like Barca to win, or would you like Real Madrid to win? And you will go back and start laughing at Barcelona. How is the season going to be? Are you going to smile, or are you going to cry? Someone said Arsenal is going to win. Do you agree, or you disagree? If you are a Chelsea fan, what will the scoreline be? If you are an Arsenal fan, what will the scoreline be? Let me know what you think is going to happen this weekend in the Spanish La Liga and in the English Premier League. I'm only picking these 2. The German Bundesliga will be played. The English Premier League will be played. The French League 1 will be played. The Italian Serie A will be played. The German Bundesliga will also be played. But I'm only centering on the Spanish La Liga and the English Premier League, because there is going to be big games in the English Premier League and there is going to be big games in the Spanish La Liga against Arsenal and against Atletico Madrid. The top biggest games in the Spanish La Liga, the top biggest games in the English Premier League. Which club do you support? Which club has 99.9% chance of making the top of the table? Which club has 99.9% chance of making it top of their table? Are we going to see surprises? Are we going to see tears and hunger? Are we going to see one of the finest moments in the German Bundesliga, one of the best moments in the Spanish La Liga? Are we going to see tears? Are we going to see smiles? Are we going to be happy over the weekend? A weekend for Arsenal or a weekend for Chelsea? A weekend for Barcelona or a weekend for Real Madrid? Which of these 2 teams is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake? The reason going for the Spanish La Liga and the German Bundesliga behind Real Madrid is Barcelona, and behind Chelsea, behind Arsenal is Chelsea. These are the 2 big games, first and second, and first, second, and then third in the Spanish La Liga, first in the English Premier League and second in the English Premier League. They are going to face each other. But Atletico Madrid and Barcelona has been one of the toughest games when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. It's not about Real Madrid versus Barca, but it's about Atletico Madrid versus FC Barcelona at the Spotify Camp Nou. Can Barca pick the 3 points? Or can Atletico Madrid pick the 3 points? Which club do you support? In the English Premier League, in the German Bundesliga, in the Spanish La Liga, in the French Ligue 1, in the Italian Serie A, which club do you support? Everybody won't support Chelsea. Everybody won't support Arsenal. Everybody won't support Barcelona. And everybody won't also support Paris Saint-Germain. Which club are you going for over the weekend? A lot of people will be watching Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona because they want Barca to lose or Barca to draw for Real Madrid to go top of the Spanish La Liga table again and again and again and again. So this weekend, it's not going to be easy in the Spanish La Liga. This weekend, it's not going to be easy in the French Ligue 1. Which club are you supporting over the weekend? Arsenal or Real Madrid? Barca or Chelsea? Which club are you supporting over the weekend? There's going to be the moment for Arsenal. There's going to be the moment for Chelsea, the Blues. There's going to be the moment for Barcelona. There's going to be the moment for Real Madrid. The two best clubs in the world. The two best teams in the world. We are going to see a lot over this weekend. Atletico Madrid will be going all the way to face Barcelona. And Chelsea will be at the Stamford Bridge to host Arsenal. Cole Palmer's return, will it put fear onto the faces of every Arsenal fan? Will it put fear onto the faces of every Chelsea fan that Chelsea now has their best player back from injury? Chelsea is happy they have one of their best players back from injury, and is William Estival going to excite the teaming Chelsea fans this weekend? Is Cole Palmer going to start, or is William Estival, will he be on the bench against Arsenal? William Estival has started games when Cole Palmer got injured, but there is always going to be an iconic moment. There's always going to be a place he will be fixed. Against the Gunners, William Estival will still play. But which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Do you support Arsenal? Or do you support Real Madrid? Or do you support Manchester City? But the weekend is for Arsenal and then Chelsea. The weekend is for Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Which of these 4 teams in different league centers is going to win? Barca or Atletico Madrid? Arsenal or Chelsea? Which one is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake? Are you a Chelsea fan or are you an Arsenal fan? And the Cole Palmer is back. Do you agree that these are the top best strikers in the world? Mbappe, Harry Kane, and Haaland. Mbappe has always been the best. Amongst the top 3, which one is your favorite to score this weekend? Is Haaland going to score? Is Harry Kane going to score? Is Mbappe going to score? Which one of these 3 top strikers is going to score this weekend? Haaland, Mbappe, or Harry Kane? Which one are you going for this weekend? How is your weekend fever going to be? How is your excitement going to be? Which one are you going to point? Which club are you going to support over this weekend? Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona? Or you just jump all the way into the German Bundesliga or the Italian Serie A and support one of the best clubs in the world? Which one are you going for? Which one are you supporting? Which of the clubs are you supporting over this weekend? Is it about Cole Palmer's return that is going to put smiles on your face? Or is it Arsenal that you love the most, that you are going to see Bukayo Saka, you are going to see Eberechi Eze, you are going to see Gabriel Martinelli, and you are going to see Julian Timber? Is that the best moment you are going to witness in the English Premier League 2025-2026 season? There is always going to be that euphoria surrounding the game. And we are going to witness one of the best games in the English Premier League, Arsenal versus Chelsea. And Cole Palmer will be in the setup. Cole Palmer will be in the lineup to face Arsenal. Is Arsenal not afraid of Cole Palmer, who is back from a long-term injury? Who is back from a long-term injury to face the Gunners? And it's the perfect moment for Cole Palmer to return back from injury to face the Gunners, who has been one of the best clubs in the English Premier League. Is Cole Palmer's return one of the most best moments you have ever heard when it comes to football? When Cole Palmer got injured, a lot of Chelsea fans were not happy. Now he returns from injury to put smiles on the faces of their teaming supporters. How is it going to be? How do you think the season is going to be for the Gunners? How is the game going to be for Arsenal? How is the game going to be for Chelsea? Do you think Chelsea is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake? Or do you think Arsenal is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake? Who is going to win this weekend? A moment for Cole Palmer, a moment for Enzo Fernandez, a moment that we are all waiting for after the UEFA Champions League, the league starts. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid at the Spotify Camp Nou. Who is going to pick the 3 maximum points? And Chelsea will be hosting Arsenal at the Stamford Bridge. Who is going to pick the 3 maximum points? The 2 best leagues in the world, the Spanish La Liga and the English Premier League. The English Premier League leaders versus the top of the Spanish La Liga table. The Spanish La Liga table always has Barcelona, and they always has Chelsea in. They always has Barcelona, they always has Real Madrid in there. And in the English Premier League, there's always Chelsea, there's always Arsenal. These are the 2 best leagues in the world. Which one of them is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Which one of them is going to win? Do you support Arsenal? Do you support Chelsea? Do you support Barcelona? Do you support Real Madrid? The Spanish La Liga will be hot this weekend. And the English Premier League will also be hot this weekend. Which club do you support? Arsenal or Chelsea? Manchester United or Manchester City or Liverpool? Man United and Man City, Liverpool, they are not doing well in the English Premier League, but Man City is still the 10th in the English Premier League. They still have hope. They still have hope. There's always hope when it comes to the English Premier League. But against the Gunners, Chelsea versus the Gunners, who picks the 3 maximum points? Is Mikel Arteta going to be silenced by Enzo Maresca? Can Enzo Maresca silence Mikel Arteta? He has defeated most of the best coaches in the world. He defeated Hansi Flick and he defeated Luis Enrique. Can he do it against Mikel Arteta, who has been one of the finest coaches in the English Premier League, who has been the best coach in the UEFA Champions League, the only coach that has won 5 matches in the UEFA Champions League? And can Arsenal win the English Premier League in the 2025-2026 season? Can Arsenal become the best in the 2025-2026 season? Which club do you support? Which club do you think has 99.9% chance of making the top of the English Premier League this season, of making it top in the Spanish La Liga? Which club do you think is going to be? Arsenal or Chelsea? In the Spanish La Liga, Barcelona or Real Madrid? In the German Bundesliga, FC Bayern or Bayer 04 Leverkusen? Which club? Or Borussia Dortmund? Is it going to be Napoli? Or is it going to be Inter Milan? Or is it going to be Fiorentina? Or is it going to be AC Milan? Which club will go all the way and smile? Is it Marseille or is it Paris Saint-Germain, or is it AS Monaco, or is it Lyon? This weekend is going to be one of the best weekends. When it comes to the French League, when it comes to the German Bundesliga, when it comes to the Italian Serie A, when it comes to the Spanish La Liga, and when it comes to the English Premier League, the best moment is always about the English Premier League. The best moment is always about the Spanish La Liga. Most of the leagues in the world, it has always been the moment for FC Barcelona, and it has always been the best moment for Real Madrid. But in the English Premier League, the best moment is about Arsenal versus Chelsea. These were the two clubs that won the biggest in the UEFA Champions League, and they'll be facing each other in the English Premier League. Which club is going to pick the three valuable points at stake? Can Arsenal win it, or can Chelsea win it? Which one are you going in for? There will be discussions before and after the game. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Which club do you support? Do you support Chelsea or do you support Arsenal? Which club are you vying in for? Are you vying in for Arsenal or you are vying in for Chelsea? In the Spanish La Liga, are you vying in for Barcelona or you are vying in for Atletico Madrid to win against FC Barcelona? Are we going to see surprises like the way we saw surprises in the UEFA Champions League? Are we going to see surprises like what we saw in the English Premier League last weekend when Man City lost, Liverpool lost, Manchester United also lost? But Newcastle United is turning things around after losing one of their best players, Alexander Isak, joining Liverpool, and he has been the worst signing so far this season. 30 matches played in the English Premier League, 5 matches played in the UEFA Champions League. But Alexander Isak has been the worst signing. Florian Wirtz has been the worst signing for Liverpool. Liverpool still wants to sign players. Do you think Ancelotti should be sacked? Or you think he still has chance to prove everyone wrong in the English Premier League? What is the season going to be for Ancelotti and Liverpool? And what is the season going to be for the big guns in the English Premier League? Do you think Liverpool will turn things around and start winning games? Or you think we are going to see another shock this weekend? Are we going to see surprises this weekend? Or are we going to see tears this weekend? Which club do you support? And do you agree that Chelsea and Arsenal are the best and the biggest club in the world at the moment? And do you agree Real Madrid and Barcelona are the best and the biggest club in the world? Do you agree that FC Bayern and Bayer 04 Leverkusen are the best and the biggest clubs in the world at the moment? Do you agree that Napoli and Inter Milan are the best and the biggest clubs in the world? And do you agree that Olympique Marseille and Paris Saint-Germain are the best clubs in the French League 1? How do you think the weekend is going to be? If you are an Arsenal fan, do you think Arsenal is going to win? If you are a Chelsea fan, do you think Chelsea is going to win? And if you are a Barca fan, do you think Barcelona is going to pick the 3 maximum points at stake at the Spotify Camp Nou? What is the weekend going to be if you are an Arsenal fan? What is the weekend going to be if you are a Chelsea fan? What is the weekend going to be if you are a Barca fan, if you are a Real Madrid fan, and if you are a Chelsea and Arsenal fan? If you are an FC Bayern fan, or Bayer 04 Leverkusen fan, or Borussia Dortmund fan, how is the weekend going to be for you? But the center stage in the top 5 leagues will be in the Spanish La Liga, and it will be in the English Premier League. Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. FC Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid at the Spotify Camp Nou. Barca won against the Athletic Club. last weekend, and they are going to face another Atletico Madrid, one of the finest and one of the biggest clubs in the Spanish La Liga. As Barcelona is going to face Atletico Madrid, Arsenal is going to face Chelsea. Who is going to pick the 3 valuable points at stake? A moment for the Gunners or a moment for the Blues? Cole Palmer returns. How happy are you when he scores? And it's more like he is shivering. Is he going to put a ball at the back of the net for the Blues? Or Willian Estival is going to score for the Blues? What do you think is going to happen this weekend? Let me see your comment. Comment. Subscribe to SCTV Sports. Let me see your comments coming. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Who is going to win over the weekend? 84 matches won by Arsenal, 66 matches won by Chelsea, and 61 draws. Who is going to pick the 3 valuable points at stake? Can Arsenal win it? Or can Chelsea win it? The 3 valuable points at stake in the English Premier League, the 3 valuable points at stake in the Spanish La Liga. Which club is going to pick it? Is it going to be the moment where Barca will drop points like the way they dropped points in the UEFA Champions League? Can they win it beyond reasonable doubt? Or are they going to lose it beyond reasonable doubt? Who picks the 3 valuable points? Who wins it at the end of the 90 minutes? Which club is going to pick the 3 valuable points at the end of the 90 minutes? Which one will be smiling? Which one will be crying? Arsenal versus Chelsea, Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Who has 99.9% chance of winning it? A season for Barca or a season for Real Madrid? A season for Atletico Madrid or a season that we are going to see the biggest moments in the Spanish La Liga, or the season that we are going to see the best moments in the English Premier League? 84 matches won by Arsenal, 66 matches won by Chelsea. Who is going to pick the 3 valuable points at stake this weekend? Is it a weekend for Arsenal or is it a weekend for Chelsea? Who are you going in for? Chelsea or Arsenal? Which one do you support? Cole Palmer returns, and which striker in the world do you agree is the best? Mbappe, Haaland, or Harry Kane? Which one do you think is the best? Which one do you think has 99.9% chance of making it top this weekend? And which one of these strikers is going to score this weekend? Is it going to be the moment for Arsenal? Or is it going to be the moment for Chelsea? Is it going to be the moment for Barcelona? Or is it going to be the moment for Atletico Madrid? How is the weekend going to be if you are an Arsenal fan? How is the weekend going to be if you are a Chelsea fan? How is the weekend going to be if you are a Real Madrid fan? How is the weekend going to be if you have one of the best clubs in the world? If you support one of the best clubs in the world, which one will you pick? Will you come to the English Premier League and support the best moments between the top 2 teams in the English Premier League? Arsenal first, Chelsea second, and these 2 top clubs are going to meet each other. Enzo Maresca versus Mikel Arteta. Who wins this weekend? Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. Cole Palmer has returned back from injury. Do you think Enzo Maresca should start Cole Palmer, or Cole Palmer should come from the bench? What do you think about Cole Palmer's return in the English Premier League? What do you think is going to? How is the weekend going to be? Bubaleba is saying Arsenal is going to win. Bubaleba has always made his point clear that Arsenal is going to win. Do you agree with Bubaleba that Arsenal will win? And do you agree that Chelsea can also win? But the 3 maximum points at stake won't be for anyone. But the deciding moment in the English Premier League will be happening this weekend. And it will determine who is the best. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Which club is the best? Which club is going to pick the 3 maximum points? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share and always turn your notification button on and subscribe to SATV Sports on YouTube. Subscribe to SATV Sports on Facebook. Follow all our social media platforms on X, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram. We will always be there to put smiles on your face. Which club is going to win this weekend? Arsenal versus Chelsea. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Who wins? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share and turn your notification button on and subscribe to SATV Sports. And I'll bring you more exclusive when it comes to sports news around the world. Always take memories and pictures of your life. One moment and your life will change. Another moment and your breakthrough will come. What will be the biggest moment over the weekend? Arsenal in the English Premier League and FC Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share and turn your notification button on and subscribe to SATV Sports. And I'll bring you more exclusive when it comes to sports news. After the games, I will be back and we'll talk more about football.